Okay. It's the
Okay.
second problem.
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, I was saying to Union. So I also gave you some recommendations. Do you remember the recommendations I gave you?
What is that? Can you repeat
La-
it?
yeah, I gave you some recommendations in the previous class. Do you still remember the recommendations?
Where is it?
Well, referring especially was a spoken recommendations, like for example,
Oh, so the
like
by the beat, right?
yeah,
High
the
and
pitch
strong.
and all that. All right, do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so can you refresh me with this? Can you tell me?
So I will read this paragraph, right?
No, not really. So I was saying that in order for you to um, have, all right, a reduced accent or intonation, so it's very important to keep the pitch. Okay, so now let's start with the new lesson. I just wanted to see, to refresh because the previous lesson, I know it was so intense. So now let's continue with this one. How did they do? How did they do that? All right. How did they do that? Look at this. Here we are
Do what?
having this.
Do what? Hello.
Can you hear me well?
Yes. Do what?
How did they do that? So let me just show you the lesson so you can better understand this. Actually, this lesson is based on especially the cinema industry.
Yes.
Now I would like to ask you something. Look at the things they are doing here. All right, maybe you know this person. This one is Jackie Chan. The other one, I don't know whether it is mattress or something like that. And right here, what can you see?
Right where
You
I
have three
can.
pictures. Okay,
Yeah.
there you have three pictures.
Okay. So you mean that how can they like fly or do
Yeah, that
something
is
like
correct.
thing?
Yeah, that is my question. How can they do all these things like being flying or another person which looks like or I think is Jackie Chan? All
They
right.
edit. They edit.
Okay, your opinion is that they edit the movie to do that.
Yes. They edit.
Do you think they may have a special effects?
No, I think that they will edit like mean that they will stay in the room with um something that make they fly. Not actually. That's the rope, right? Let me search for that word.
Okay. So let me ask you something. Here we have some vocabulary words, and I would like you to tell me where we can see what we can see in each of these pictures. All right. Number one, what can you see in picture number one?
The car is flip
It's flying. All right.
flying and flip in the
It's flipped.
sky.
That's right. It's flipped. All right. All the way around is flipped. Okay. What else can you see?
Some guys hold the board, the Hollywood. Some
No, but I'm
someone.
referring to picture number one. So look at there. You have like different things in picture number one. Also, I don't know if you managed to see a river.
Oh, I see it. I think. Oh, that's the river.
Yeah, that is correct.
It look
Okay.
like a bridge. I don't know why I see. It look like the bridge.
Yeah, that's right. Let me see the next one. Okay. What can you see there in picture number? Let me tell you. What can you see in picture number two?
Um, someone hang the side building.
Okay. And the, somebody's hanging the building side
Yeah.
on the building sides. All right. On the
Yes.
building sign. And let me see. And what about a picture on number three?
He is kicking in the air and flying, kicking and
Okay.
flying in the air.
I remember yesterday one of my students told me in the class, it looks like a gunfight. But in fact, actually, it's a movie. You know, they are just acting. So look at there. Let me ask you something. Which do you think is the most dangerous? Which one do you think, all right, is the most dangerous stunt?
Number one, picture number one. The
Picture
flying
okay,
in the air.
okay. That, do you mean like the car?
Yes.
The car flying in the air. Okay, fantastic. Okay, look at this. Here we are having this exercise. I think it's similar to one of the exercises we practiced before. So then we are going to find the proper heading for those for these four tests. All right. Give me 1 second.
3-1. Number 3. Number 1. What is 3? Number 1. Okay, I'll wait for you. Hello. Hello.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
so now we are going to do this. We are going to read this. I don't know if you try to read it. So, and let's compare.
Okay. First is number 3. Second is number 1, and let me read the long one.
Okay, no problem.
Let's see. Do I need to read that you can hear? Just read in my head.
Yeah, we can read this. We can listen to this. All right.
Okay.
Especially the intention more than anything else is to analyze. Okay, listen to this.
Lesson 4E.
Okay.
Exercise 3.
How did they do that? In the early days of cinema, actors did their own stunts. Stars in silent films like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton took great risks to make their films funny. They thought it was part of a comedian's job. Buster Keaton's most famous stunt was in Steamboat Bill Jr., 1928. The wall of a house falls on Keaton, but he isn't hurt because he is standing exactly where an open window lands. It was a very dangerous stunt, however, and insurance companies soon started asking for stuntmen and women to take the place of the actors. The stunt industry was at its best in the films of the 70s and 80s. The brave, or mad, stuntmen and women did more and more amazing things. The James Bond films were famous for stunts. In The Man with the Golden Gun, 1974, Bumps Willard, as James Bond, drives a car off a bridge and turns it over in the air. At the start of GoldenEye, Wayne Michaels bungee jumps 250 meters from the top of an enormous dam. He said he didn't know if it was possible until he tried. The stunts were often shown in slow motion to make them seem even more fantastic. However, many stunts were extremely dangerous. In the Bond film Live and Let Die, 1973, stuntman Ross Kananga walks on crocodiles to get across a river. The last crocodile bit his foot. Some stuntmen and stuntwomen even lost their lives doing stunts. In Top Gun, 1986, the stunt pilot Art Scholl was killed in an air crash. And in the 1995 film Vampire in Brooklyn, stuntwoman Sonia Davis died after falling from a high building. Many people criticised the film industry for her death. At the same time, computer-generated imaging, CGI, was developed so that filmmakers could create amazing special effects in the film studio,
That is correct.
which were too dangerous to film on location. Nowadays, most films use both CGI and stunt work, and many actors prefer to do their own stunts. For The Matrix, 1999, Keanu Reeves trained for 6 months to do the amazing fight scenes. In the Bond film Quantum of Solace, 2008, Daniel Craig jumps off buildings onto moving buses. But who is the best stunt actor of all? Film critics say martial arts expert Jackie Chan, who has survived crazy stunts in over 100 films.
Okay. Let me see. Let me ask you
That
something.
mean that they do like in the movie, right?
Yeah, so let me just, we're going to talk about that right now. So let me ask you something. The first thing I want you to do is to tell me, all right, what is the corresponding heading? Look at here. We have different headings here in this part of the presentation. You're going to tell me what is the corresponding heading for each one. Okay, A, what is the heading?
Free
And
stunts or part of an actor's job.
Stunts were parts of an actor's job. Okay.
Yes.
B.
Number 1, the Golden Gate of stunts.
Okay. C.
C is number 6. I can see it.
Okay. Oh, you cannot see it?
Yes,
Let me just tell you. Okay. Let me just tell you number 6. Hold on. Okay. Let me just show you here. Can you see it now?
Yes, too many accidents.
Okay. Too many accidents. That's right. Okay. Let's continue.
Number 4 is a mix of real stunts and computer generated imaging.
Okay. So that's right. Then what are the two headings that are not supposed to be there?
Number 2 and number 3. No, number 5. Number 2 and number 5.
Okay, number 5. Okay, fantastic. So let's continue. All right.
Okay.
So now we are having a multiple choice exercise. Then I'm going to be asking you questions since we already read and listened the information. You're going to tell me the best answer. Okay. Number 1. Okay. In the early days, actors stopped doing their own stunts because stuntmen and women started doing them instead. What is, I mean, I'm sorry. I think I got confused with one of the answers. Okay. Okay, look at this. In the early days, actors stopped doing their own stunts, all right? A, because stuntmen and women started doing them instead. B, because they were actors, not comedians. C, because actors didn't think it was their job. D, because of the pressure from insurance companies. Which one do you think is the best option?
A.
See? In fact, it's D, because of the pressure of the insurance company. Let me just make an emphasis here. Something that maybe you do not know. Maybe, I don't know. Look at what happens by those times. So here we have a big difference. The way how the movie or the films are created, especially because before they have to do things, they have to use these guys. They did not have the necessary technology, right? In Hollywood and especially filmmakers, they did not have the necessary technology, all right, to create those kind of effects. Normally, imagine they were supposed to create or they needed to create something that is unnatural, something that is not natural, right? And then what is going to happen is, Nyan, what happens is that after the technology, they have something which is well known as, let me tell you now, right now, the abbreviation, which is computer. Let me tell you the abbreviation because I don't remember well. Here it is. Okay, computer graphic effects. All right, computer graphic effects. And with this, they started creating things. For example, you see these people flying, but in fact, they are not flying. In fact, they just have their open arms like that, and they have a possibility, all right, to create graphic things, all right, in which you may be able to see them like flying, but in fact, they are not.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, the stunts in the 1970s and 1980s were only good because they were in a slow motion. B, were mostly in Bones films. C, were the most impressive of all. D, were sometimes too dangerous to attempt. What do you think about it?
Hey.
In fact, were the most impressive of all. Okay, by that time, it was the most impressive because they did not have, you know, like a lot of technology, like I said. So let's see number 3. In one Bond film, a stuntman, A, refused to do a stunt because it was impossible. B, tried to do a stunt but failed. C, wasn't sure if a particular stunt was possible. D, thought he might die. What do you think about it?
What is this? And number 3, right? The last crocodile bit his food.
Let me see.
Um, tried to do a stunt but failed.
Let me check. I'm gonna check your answer.
Um,
Wasn't sure if a particular stunt was possible. Okay.
what?
So,
Nani?
okay, look at that. The CGI stunts were developed, A, to create a particular but safe stunts in the studio. B, because people were critical of the film industry. C, because stuntmen and women refused to risk their lives. What do you think about it? Oh, D also D, because real stunts were too dangerous. What do you think?
C. I know D. Or what A? Nani? No,
It's A. If you got your
what in
book,
here they say that was developed so that filmmakers could create amazing special effects in a film studio, which were too dangerous to film on the location. So that must be D.
well, actually remember that the CGI, all right, the CGI which is was intended. Remember, look at the question. CGI stunts were developed, all right, and then the answer in A, you have to create a spectacular but safe stunt in the studio. That was the intention of that. Remember that at the beginning it was hard, right, to have all of these effects. Sometimes they have to rehearse many times and they were not able to do it as good as they wanted because it's pretty much, you know, very limited. So number 5, modern actors, okay, prefer to use CGI for stunts. B, often like to perform their own stunts. C, don't want CGI in their films. D, don't do stunts on location. What do you think?
I.
It's B, often like to perform their own stunts.
What?
Yeah, they usually do this.
And nowadays, most films use both CGI and stone for.
Yeah, actually, they often like to perform their own stunts, you know, but especially the modern actors, because they have a lot of expertise. That is a reason.
Okay.
Well, they feel confident on doing that. It's not the correct thing because they already have the technology, but the majority of them feel confident on doing this. Look at this. So now we are going to complete this exercise, right? Here we have some compound nouns. We are having some compound nouns phrases with the words below. Then we are going to check the answer in the test in order to complete. Look at the paragraph right here, which is the same pretty much. Okay. Then you will complete with one of the words that is on top. Okay, so you can complete this exercise. Do you think you will need some time to analyze, or you can do it right away all at once?
Let me think.
Okay, analyze the information. I'm gonna be here. Just let me know once you're ready.
So now can I read it slowly?
Yeah, you can, no problem. That's fine.
Okay. Silent films.
Okay,
Paragraph A.
no, let me see here.
Silent film.
Number one, that's right. Let me see. Say silent film. That's right. Number two,
Slow. Let's see. Slow.
slow motion, slow
Stone.
motion. Stun,
Stone. Location. Right.
in fact, it's gonna be stun woman.
Give me a bit of time to
Yeah, take your time and analyze the information. I'm
film
gonna
industry. Film
film
industry.
industry, film industry.
Special. Special. Special effect.
Special effect. That's right. Film.
Studio. Studio.
Studio. That's right. Well done. Okay. Number 7. On.
On. Let's see. On location.
On location. That is correct. Number 8. Fight.
Sense.
Fight signs. All right. Fight signs. Let me just go ahead. Perfect. So let me ask you something. So there is something I want to explain to you in regards of this lesson. Before, I would like you to tell me your opinion about that. What do you think about this lesson? And what do you think about like special effects in a movie? What is your opinion? I know that, and also yeah, go ahead.
That's dangerous.
Okay.
So they can use technology. Don't need to use because now we have technology already. So I think that we should use it because there's a lot. I remember that there's a lot accident about the actor do some like dangerous.
Yeah, but remember something here. There is something in particular that is very important to know.
If you know, so in the Fast and Furious, they have like someone who died.
You read my mind.
You again song, right?
With Vin Diesel, all right, and the Wayne Johnson, The Rock. Let me tell you something. All right. So the situation here, all right, is that anytime, okay, nowadays movies, all right, they are being created, all right. You know, the audience that is going to see the movies, all right. It's very, very, let's say, an audience that is maybe demanding, all right, maybe exigent with what they are going to see at the cinemas, at the movies, movie theater, whatever it is, right? Whatever they are going to see any type of film, right? So they will consider especially that in real life, so people can do things, all right, but in fancy, so they can do a lot of things. That's why they started creating through computers, all right, more effects in which filmmakers may be able to like to do their job faster and better. The quality is higher, but the job of recording a film is faster. Do you understand that?
Yes, understand.
It's not an easy task, but um it guarantees more quality in terms of the way how they record the movies, because before they could not do that.
So, but I think that for the sense, so the movie maker need to pay a lot of money for the actor when they want to do in real life, right?
Yeah, that
They
is
need to
correct.
pay a lot of money because it's so dangerous.
Yeah, that is correct. It's they usually pay yeah, to the actors, right? Actors and actresses, they usually pay a bunch of money because of their, like their conditions,
The
right?
risk of the sense, the risk of the sense is very
Because
big.
okay,
It's
because of
not
their
hard.
conditions of having a special skills. Anyone can pretend to be an actor, but not everyone is as good actor as many others we can see in this current time. For example, Vin Diesel, all right, Dwayne Johnson. So these people, especially Vin Diesel, I can tell you that in his movie is well characterized for effects. The same happens with Avengers, Avatar, and all of the movies we can see now from this moment onwards. All right? Do you understand that?
Understand.
All of the movies, especially after the 90s, they may have the possibility, the filmmakers have the possibility, ability, and capacity, all right, to create a safer environment in which they are not pressure because of the movies and the stuff, the arrangements. They have effects over there. They just obviously they need to learn how to perform the storyline, but this new technology is the one that is helping the world, all right, in the cinema industry. Do you understand this?
Yes, understand.
And any other opinion about that, Chan?
No.
Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Fantastic. So let me see. Can you tell me in 30 seconds, what did you learn today and what was the most important part of this class?
Yes, we learn about how can they do some dangerous scenes in a movie? How can the actor do? So in the past, when the we don't have technology, so the actor need to do it in the real life to make it natural.
That
Make it
naturally,
natural.
That's right. That's right. They
Yes,
have,
but now we have technology, so we will decrease like amount the percent that
yeah, the
uh
efforts, the collective efforts.
so it will easier for the actor to do some dangerous scenes, so they will just go in the ground and the technology will put it up to the sky or something.
And
They flip it.
you can see the film as if it is happening in real life.
Yeah.
Okay, it was fantastic, Jan. So homework, let's talk about homework, all right? Your homework is gonna be to complete the exercise of this lesson. The previous one, I think you already did it.
Yes.
Then you're going to complete the lesson 5E. Once
Five
again,
E.
lesson
Workbook
5E.
or student book?
It's a student book, a student book.
So can you send
This
it in
one,
Slack?
I am going to send you the first one. So this way, let me see. The reason is so you can identify the whole lesson. Give me a second. I'm gonna do it through Zalo. Stay with me. Let me see here.
Wait, so can I ask one more question?
Yeah, absolutely.
If the actor, the actress get any like risk, get any dangerous things, so will the movie maker will pay for them, or they will just pay by themselves?
Oh, well, let me tell you something. What happens is there is something that we need to consider. If the actor is going to add in a movie, before they add any actor or actress or maybe part of the staff, they usually get insurance, any type of insurance if something happens. In case that something happens, they are
What
covered.
is insurance?
Insurance is actually is a document, all right, that is provided by a company, all right, that in case an accident or something happens to the person, an employee or somebody that is working for a company, may be covered or protect him, go to any hospital, private clinic, health clinic, and will receive medical assistance.
Oh, wow. So,
This,
but why they are so kind with us? But
no,
that,
because it's not kindness. Remember that actually, usually the insurance is being covered by a policy, and this policy is covered by the employees, which means they get deductions every month or every year. I don't know the way how they do that, but they are supposed to pay taxes.
oh my God.
This is something given by law, which is the Social Security. Do you
I
understand
think
that?
they are so kind for us.
But in this particular case is different because you know they are actors. Let me just show you here. So you can see which one is the homework. Let me see, Zalo.
Sorry.
It's opening now.
I didn't see it.
You can't?
Resend it, please.
Okay. So now it's there.
No.
It's open now. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, here it is.
I'm waiting for it. Still waiting.
It's loading. Oh,
Still waiting.
this
Didn't
second,
see it.
this second was very fast. I can tell you 10 seconds. Maybe in 10 seconds I can do it.
No, still waiting. Still waiting. Didn't see it. Wait, what? Check your connection.
Sorry, what did you tell? What are you telling me?
Check your Wi-Fi. Is there some problem? I cannot see anything in the Zalo or in the group.
No, because I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing yet. I'm just trying to share. When what I'm saying is that I'm not sharing to you my screen. I'm just trying to copy and paste. All right, the lesson you're going to work with. I'm not sharing to you yet.
So you didn't send it yet in the Zalo?
Now I'm gonna do it. What's happened is that look at this. What's happened is that in the meantime I'm teaching. So there are some videos that I have to download. They actually this is the evidence of a class, and therefore, so it takes me a while, a little bit more while this video is downloading. Okay, there it is. You got it. You're gonna cover this unit. This unit is let me see.
Okay, I see it.
Okay, you're gonna cover the whole unit in order for you to complete the exercise and all that and show it to me. Do this, Anyan. Any question?
No.
Clear? Understand all that?
So I would do exercise number 1 and number 2, right?
Also is good. I want you to do the next exercise. Let me send you
So
the
all the exercise
in this lesson, all
table
the
in this.
exercises. Yeah. I just send
Okay.
you the first one so that you can identify which one is the lesson. Okay. And then you send me to me so this way I can correct it.
Thank you.
You're very
Bye.
welcome. Well, see you next class. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait. Thank you.